Welcome back to the FlipNerd.com REI Classroom, where experts from across the real estate investing industry teach you quick lessons to take your business to the next level. And now, let's meet today's expert host.
Hey guys, this is Pete Asmus, the Turnkey Investor, and I am today's host on the REI Classroom. Now, don't go anywhere. We're going to be talking all about failure is the path to success. I know it sounds weird, but watch, you'll understand.
This REI Classroom real estate lesson is sponsored by FlipNerd Investor Coaching, your blueprint to investing success.
All right, here we go. I know what I said in the beginning was crazy, right? Failure is a path to success. Like, what are you talking about? How can, if I fail, how is that going to be a path to success? Well, let me tell you. How many, and I love this, and if you've ever listened to Tony Robbins, it totally is going to be, I'm completely biting his style right now, but how many of you have kids? And how many of you, I mean, what's the time length that we give them to walk, right? How long do you give them to walk before you're like, all right, forget it, you're never going to walk, I'm giving up on you? I don't really know of anybody. And why? Well, because we know everybody can walk. So we know eventually they're going to get it, right? So what do we do when they fail? Do we go, oh my God, you're so dumb. How come you can't stand up straight and walk? Well, like, what is wrong with you? No, we keep helping. Their failures, when they fall to the left side or fall to the right, they start learning what they have to do to compensate in order to prevent that failure, that fall, whatever that is, right? It relates everything, that whole entire experience of learning to walk relates to everything in your life, everything. It's just we forget that path. We forget the fact that failure actually leads to success. We forget the fact that if I want to build a box and I don't know how to build a box and I get all these different types of materials, I'm going to start putting them together and I'm like, oh, that didn't work. Do I sit there and go, oh my God, I'm a failure. I can't even believe this, and like turn around and start crying and give up? No, we go, okay, well, that didn't work. Hold on. And I'm going to readjust it. I'm going to try some other things. Why is it that we're okay with trying certain things multiple times, and we don't look at that as failure? We look at that as attempts. We look at that as a try, right? If we want to jump, like in a long jump or in a hurdle or in a high jump, right? When they're practicing, they call it practicing, right? What happens in practices? They fail like almost all the time when you practice something. You practice it so that you can learn how to do it so that you can do it effectively, right? You go to the X Games, you go to motorcycle riding, you go to all of the tricks and skateboards and any of that. They practice and they fail over and over and over and over and over. In fact, they fail most of the time in the competitions too. But they don't give up and they don't stop. And the reason that they actually succeed is because they're willing to fail more than you are. And honestly, the reason that everybody around you that you look at and admire and is in a position that you want to be in is only there because they were willing to fail more than you. They were willing to get out on their own. It doesn't, it cracks me up because I know a lot of times people think, well, hey man, I'm willing to fail. What are you talking about? I'll fail. I'm all up for failing. And then all of a sudden they lose like $5,000 and they're like, oh my God, I can't do that. Like, hold on. Nobody said anything about losing money, but losing money sometimes is a failure, isn't it? I mean, all of these things lead to where we want to go. The problem is everything that is worth anything has a cost. It has a cost. The cost may be money. The cost may be time. The cost may be effort. The cost may be experience. Who knows what that cost is? But everything has a cost. The question is, are you willing to pay the cost to get what you want? Are you willing to go through sometimes humiliation? So, I mean, man, I remember for years telling people I was going to be a millionaire in real estate and them just looking at me like I was on crack. I mean, it was like, hold on, man. You don't have anything. Like, what are you talking about? You don't know anything about real estate. You don't have any connections in real estate. I mean, you're 27 years old. It was crazy. I had no clue at all. I was in the Navy. No, I wasn't in the Navy at that point. I was a bartender, I think, at that point. But it was where I knew I would go, right? And even though it took another, let's just call it 10 years to get there, the reality is by moving and all the different things I did in my life, they set me up to be the person that I am today. They created God, God, the infrastructure within me, right? Where I love to do marketing. I love to talk. I love all the things that I love to do that I became really adept at over the years in different facets. They all came together with me doing the marketing and the way that I secure money and connect investors with deals. All of those things that I do and the way that I market using videos and all of that stuff, that all came from my love of the different things that I did in the past, from acting and being on stage and doing little movies and stuff like that. Like, I just loved it. And I wanted to create that kind of environment where if I was going to work, I wanted to have fun. And I know that's a really like weird concept for a lot of people. Well, work is supposed to be work. Hell no, work's not supposed to be work. Work's supposed to be fun. Like, work is only work when you suck at what you do and you don't like it and you hate it, right? If you really want to have fun, I can have fun doing numbers. Now, that's really weird because I typically don't ever have fun doing numbers. But when I'm making money, I don't know, it just becomes really fun starting to do the adding and subtracting, right? And you're like, oh, look at my money grow. If you find a way to see the fun in things, right? You've got to look sometimes. It's not easy, right? But look, find what you love about that and what will make it fun. Create that experience and you'll do it right every time. It's all about creating that lifestyle that you want. And I'm going to be talking in another video about my family and how I've created my whole entire life around my family. And I did that from an experience when my son had brain cancer. And I realized that I didn't like the way that my life was going and I had to make a change. Now, because of that change, it's taken me a little longer to get where I wanted to go. But that's where it came down to focus. It came down to what was I willing to give up to get what I wanted to get. And there were certain things I wasn't going to trade money for time with my family. And so because of that, it obviously shaped that. It shaped that event, not event. It shaped that it shaped that timeline. See what I say? See what I mean about not getting it right all the time, right? You got to be human. But it shaped that timeline to be longer. But it was so much. It was so, this isn't a real word, but it's so much more worth it, right? It is as bad as and grammatically incorrect as that is. The experience to have my family there was what this was all about. And so for me, I needed to create that path. And we're going to be talking about that next time. Now, again, check out down below the author box if you want to know anything more about me. Check me out. Do anything else. I dance. I do all kinds of really cool stuff. It's funny. But besides that, I'll see you on the next one when we talk all about family. All right, guys, thank you so much and have a great day. As always, go make something happen. Bye, guys.
The Flip Nerd Investor Coaching Program is America's most robust real estate investor training and designed for your success. If you're ready to roll up your sleeves, ready to take personal responsibility for your own success, and ready to dive into a world-class instructional coaching program that provides you step-by-step instruction to help you achieve financial freedom, then you need to visit flipnerd.com/coaching to learn more. Spaces are limited. Whether your goal is to simply get started or to take your business to the next level, you may be a fit for our life-changing program. Learn more today at flipnerd.com/coaching. Please note, the views and opinions expressed by the individuals in this program do not necessarily reflect those of flipnerd.com or any of its partners, advertisers, or affiliates. Please consult professionals before making any investment or tax decisions, as real estate investing can be risky. Are you a member yet of flipnerd.com, the hottest real estate investing social community online? If not, you can join for free in less than 30 seconds and get access to hundreds of off-market deals, vendors in your market to help you in your business. And you can start networking with thousands of other investors just like you. Get your free account now at flipnerd.com. Please check out the Flip Nerd family of real estate investing shows, where you can access hundreds of expert interviews, quick tips, and lessons from leaders across the real estate investing industry. They're available at flipnerd.com/shows or simply search for Flip Nerd in the iTunes store.